Be blessed by the divine. Kundalini can help you in your anxiety. Who is not affected by anxiety? Every human being that I meet nowadays seems to be affected by anxiety in some way or the other. Apparently, about 20% of the people living in any major city is affected by some kind of an anxiety or the other. Only about 5% of those people actually take any kind of professional help for their anxiety related problems. Anxiety is a natural response of the body and the brain to any kind of worry or perceived fear that might be there in one person's mind. For instance, let us say there is an exam that is coming up the next day. A person can have anxiety attack today. It could be due to various other reasons as well, money related problems, relationship related problems, or event related issues, or it could be time related anxieties as well. The brain produces a chemical called as cortisol, and that increases the stress in the amygdala area and throughout the brain, and the body starts to respond to this increased cortisol production in the brain. So there are various kinds of disorders that the doctors have identified. There are 5 disorders that people generally talk about. One is the generalized anxiety disorder, which perhaps is affecting many of us on a regular basis. The second one is the obsessive compulsive disorder, where people tend to wash their hands for more than like 200 times in a particular stretch, or clean up the house beyond what they need to do, or even be very particular about how their table should be arranged or bed should be arranged beyond a normal concern. When it starts to affect a person's normal relationship, normal state of being, normal work related environment, then this is a disorder. Otherwise, there is a mild OCD that may be there in most of the human beings, especially those who are living in the cities in the world. The third one is a panic disorder. For instance, there may be an operation that is coming up, and that can lead to panic in somebody. And the fourth one is the post-traumatic stress disorder. For instance, let us say that you have seen an accident on the street, and next time you take the car out, that could really lead to a trauma, and that can lead to various anxiety related problems or reactions in the body and the mind. The fifth one is social anxiety disorder, where a person may be getting anxious to go out and meet the society, and therefore confines oneself inside the house or inside the room. These are all extreme cases. In such cases, what happens is the patient or the person typically looks for various ways of treating that particular disorder or stress related problems. One of the common ways of treating this is to go to a therapist, go to a doctor, go to a specialist in this particular anxiety related space. Could be a behavioral psychologist, or could even be a psychiatrist for that matter. And such anxieties could really be tackled by formal therapeutic methods. Therapy usually consists of relaxation, counseling, listening to the problems of the patient, offering some kind of solutions that may be a set of defense techniques that the patient could practice over a period of time. It could even changing the environment for the patients and so on and so forth. However, most of these don't really work beyond a particular method. The reason is the root cause of the anxiety is not addressed usually in these therapy sessions. Of course, a good therapist, a good professional would be able to quickly identify the root cause of it and offer an alternative way of thinking or working towards solving the root cause of the problem. The best method, in my opinion, along with any kind of medication or any kind of clinical psychology help or a behavioral therapy help is to actually take the help of our ancient Siddha secret yoga, Kundalini yoga. First, awaken your Kundalini safely, simply, easily. And the best and the easiest method that I know of is the Sky Yoga system. When you go to a Sky Yoga master, he or she will be able to, with the touch of his or her hands, awaken the Kundalini from the Muladhara chakra to Agnya chakra in between the eyebrows. Once this Kundalini is awakened, your brain can be trained to function at the alpha level of frequency between 8 and 13 cycles per second. In that alpha level of frequency, your brain has been found to be in a calm, peaceful state, otherwise called as sleep with dream state. The good news is, when you are awakening your Kundalini Shakti at the Agnya and later at the Sahasrara crown chakra, your brain will remain at the alpha level, but then it will not go into sleep mode. You will remain aware, you will remain conscious, you will be able to therefore understand, analyze and go to the root cause of your problems and then use the increased willpower, which is the result of this Kundalini yoga, to correct the root cause of your anxieties. Second, learn the simplified physical exercises and practice regularly. When you do that, heat circulation, water circulation, air circulation, and therefore the life force and the magnetic circulations are regularized in each and every cell in the body from head to toe. When these circulations are regularized, your body gets attuned to remaining in a calm state. That will help you to meditate better and more effectively. Third, learn the Kaya Kalpa Yoga. Kaya is body, Kalpa is immortality. Kaya Kalpa Yoga therefore is body immortality yoga. This increases the favorable brain chemical production in the brain. After all, Kaya Kalpa Yoga helps you to transmute your sexual energy into spiritual energy in the cerebrospinal area. And therefore it produces favorable dopamine, favorable melatonin and serotonin, which acts as an antidote for cortisol. Studies also prove that it reduces the production of cortisol in the amygdala, and therefore these exercises and Kaya Kalpa Yoga will be highly beneficial to you. The fourth and perhaps the most important in handling anxiety in yourself is to learn introspection technique of our Guru Shri Vethathiri Maharishi. When you learn this Kundalini Yoga, you will automatically be taught this introspection technique in our Sky Yoga Center. In this, eradication of worries, which is the root cause of your anxieties, can easily be learned and practiced, and therefore you can permanently control, alt, del, reset your worries and anxieties from your system. The process goes like this. First, at your alpha level of frequency, when you are meditating at the Sahasrara Durya Crown Chakra, list down your anxieties one by one. List down your fears, list down your worries one by one. Categorize them into 4 simple categories: plan and act, postpone, ignore, and endure. Financial worries, time-related anxieties need to be planned and acted upon. Things like others' criticisms need to be ignored. Things that you don't need to worry about today, that you can worry about it after some 5 years or 10 years, such as daughter's marriage, son's education in the future, all this can be postponed. Things like diseases. For instance, let's say your loved one has got cancer, or your dear one has actually died, passed away. what can you do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. You need to endure this. You need to plan and act, and you need to endure this phase of difficult times. And time is a great healer in helping you to overcome this worry in your mind. By going through these categorization, you will then be able to easily come up with an alternative idea that you can use to superimpose your root cause of worry, which is the anxiety. Now, by superimposing your worry as a natural response into a positive response, such as plan and act, endure, postpone and ignore, your brain acquires the capacity to create new neural networks. And that way, your brain will begin to work with you using the increased willpower which you now enjoy through the Kundalini Yoga, Kayakalpa Yoga, physical exercises, and with the help of introspection techniques, easily overcome your anxiety forever in your life. I hope this is useful in helping you to overcome your Kundalini Yoga. For anxiety related problems, Kundalini Yoga is the best method. I hope it helps you to overcome your anxieties in your life and help you to remain successful, prosperous, peaceful always. Be blessed by the divine.